Hello, welcome, welcome. Wonderful time it is. Hello, hello, welcome all, welcome all. We call this day Tuesday. That's what we named it, Tuesday. Terrific Tuesday. The law of assumption. What are you assuming about life? Because whatever you're assuming about life, that's how you're experiencing it. Whatever you want, you can have. And it should be based on because you want it, not because somebody else told you you could have it, or you should have it, or this is the way life should go, or this is the way the life should be. That doesn't matter. It's not about what someone else thinks. It's about what you think. What do you think? What do you want? What are your beliefs? What are your thoughts? That's how we find ourselves in a lot of heartache, a lot of sticky situations, because we're basing our choices on pleasing others, wanting to be seen, wanting to be validated, wanting to be seen equal, or, be seen as being enough, And I know we were indoctrinated since birth to be seen as less than. Yes, each and every one of us was. Some of us different levels. It was different levels to it though, right? It was different levels to being told of how unworthy you are. But on some level, you were told that you were, less than in some type of way. Many of us were. Now you've awakened to the truth of your being, and now you understand that you get to create your own reality. So what reality do you want to experience? What reality do you want to experience? How do you want to transform your reality? Right? And too many of us think this is a collective walk, but if everybody just did their part, did their job in loving themselves, oh, what a different world we would have. Hey, Lisa. Hey. Hello, hello, N.A. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We too focused on others. Hey, G. Hey, Ray Ray. Hello, hello, Maris. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. Join on in. Join in. So let you go Kid April. You probably did. Oh. But I said I was coming back today. I may take a break tomorrow. See how I feel. Yes. I've been doing twice a day for like the last week, Ray Ray. I've been doing twice a day. I actually like it. Going on during the day, then going on in the evening. Nothing is a coincidence. He said, like, that's crazy. Nope, it's not crazy. If you wanted, because you wanted to see me, bam, there I was, like-minded. So this thing called belief is with me at times, and it eludes me when I need it most. Ass tired, boss. Here's the thing, G. We believe all the time, but it's about what do you believe? It shouldn't be I think, and this I want us to keep in mind, right? before you awoke to who you were, I can understand, how we stressed about life and we didn't know. We thought that we had to wait for some superior being outside of us to grant our request. But now you know the truth of your being, and you recognize that it's what you put your energy, what you're paying attention to. That's what you're going to see more of. And so now it's just all about recognizing that life truly is a surrender. And now it should be so much less efforting. It should really be the effortless way. But I get it. We have to unlearn and remember. Unlearn all that we were told. Forget what we thought we knew. Right? And then surrender to the truth. Surrender to the truth. Say, okay, I'm back. During the day, Ray, around 10 to 11 o'clock, anywhere between that hour, Central Standard Time. And then in the evening, it's going to be around this time if I decide to come back on. It will be around this time. Hello, Alex. Say I still have a hard time embodying the law. I understand the mentality behind it, but it feels like... Okay, let you finish the statement. Oh, yes, G. I'm glad to be here. Oh, yes, nice, Joy, and welcome. Hey, all love. Yes. I know sometimes, life can seem like it's lifing, right? Then you have to remember, to remember that you are the operant power. You are the reason your life is happening the way it is. That should give you great joy, because since you know that you are the one causing it, now you know you are the one that can change it. Now you don't have to wonder if, it's something outside of you that's going to see you as worthy of having a thing. Now you realize the reason why things come into your life is because you recognize you could have whatever you desire. So we got to get out of that overcoming mentality. What we overcoming? What we overcoming, G? That's that religious mindset that has to be crumbled. That's that building that needs to fall. That structure, that mentality that says it's something you have to overcome. You don't got to overcome nothing. You just need to recognize. So how would you overcome the mindset, G? How do you overcome the old mindset? Let's just talk to each other. Let's just have a conversation. How do you overcome the old mindset, G? Hey, that girl. Hey. Think differently, indifference. Agreeing with God is the only way. I figured is the way. So who's God, G? Who is God? And what do you mean God is the only way? What does that mean? Because this is how we deconstruct. This is how we deconstruct from old beliefs, the indoctrination of thinking that And so Ray Ray, when you're telling say that you're saying that to someone, and someone says, "Who is God?" And then you say, "I am." And then what you mean you are? What does that mean when you say that I am God? Like, what does that mean? I am God. How do you explain that to someone when you say that I am God? Because they're like, no, you're not. What you mean I am God? You're not God. What make you what will make you say that? Like his truth is my truth is the only way. Unlearn the worldly and learn the promises in my portion. But who is this he that you're talking about, G? Who is this his truth? And so when you say you are the creator of your life and experiences, what are you creating? I thought the works were finished. God is consciousness and I am consciousness because I create my reality. And how do and how are we creating our reality if the works are finished? It's your knowledge too, Crystal. It's your knowledge too. I'm just the mirror. I'm just, But I appreciate you, Crystal. I appreciate you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Yes, hey, Anthony Clark. It's their energy. Just call it back. Okay, so when we say God is consciousness, not like how would you explain that to a child, right? You're saying God, a child would be like, what is consciousness? What do you mean that God is consciousness? How would you explain that to a child? That God is consciousness and that I am consciousness. How would you make that make sense to like a 7 or 8-year-old? Oh, okay, G. So do you see God as are you saying that you're one with God or you're saying God is separate from you? How do you view your relationship with God? Like when you say God, what does that mean? Not as spicy. Wait a minute. How's it spicy? We having a conversation. We just talking. We just want to make sure that we, understand. not as spicy. You you funny, right? Hello, opulent divinity. Say amen, mama. But when you say consciousness to a child, what does that mean? Like what does the consciousness mean? What does that mean? Because I know we learn these words in the community. And I think about stuff like that. I think about like, okay, I'm saying consciousness, but if I'm talking to somebody that has never been a part of this community And before I got in this community, I never used that word to describe anything. Like, I knew the word, but that's not how I talked. I don't know. I know the truth is I'm one with him, but I'm not the creator of all existence. Confused on how to marry the two concepts. Nice. Okay. That's good. I like that. Okay, I understand. Okay. So, do you accept that when we talk about God, we're not talking about the physical body? G. Do you accept that? And when we're talking about God, we're talking about spirit. Or energy from a scientific. Because a spiritualist call it consciousness, the all. Science calls it energy. Religion calls it God. And then you got the Hermetica, or the Kabbalion, calls it mind. Right? And Neville Goddard, those who study Neville Goddard, right? Law of assumption. What does he call it? How does he describe God? Because we're studiers of Neville, most of us, right? That's what I base my platform on. His teachings, and that the teachings that he received from Abdullah, right? So how does Neville Goddard describe God? Knowing my 9-year son, Lord, he will have me explain it for days. Let me practice. Yes, Mia Slade. All existence is from my perspective. I am. So they talk to themselves. Let me take notes, because I haven't thought of how to approach that before. Yes. Right. Imagination. Hello. 4 8s. 88. Manifesting an SP. Why do I feel guilty as he left? Because you feel unworthy. Why don't you feel worthy of the relationship? So I've been manifesting winning a lottery and saying I already won and nothing yet. It's been a while. I don't want to say nothing yet. that you're trying to conceptualize time with it. It's already done. It's just, that's where faith comes in. Believing in what you cannot see and knowing that it's there, even though you can't see it. That's why we go to sleep being thankful for it already being so. Right? Saying thank goodness you post these, because I missed the explanation. That's it. Everything you experience is first person. You have to be God. It's already done. That's why you say, I am. Right? That's why we said that's who God is. I am. But when we're explaining that to a child, right? And a child and a child wants to know who God is, and you say, well, you're God. And you say, because you say I am, right? Like, how would you explain that to a child, that who God is? Hello, my vision clothing. Welcome. Because the truth of Neville Goddard's teachings is to remind you, anytime you start thinking of something outside of God, you've created an idol, right? Every time you think that the cause is something outside of you, you've created an idol. But who's the God in man? Who is the God in man? We say I am, but okay, what does that mean? That the creator in man is I am, but what does that mean? How do you tell that to a child? It's not even God in the sky. When you say that somebody else made you feel a way, you've created a God. Anytime you say that the reason that your life is a certain way, you created an idol. If you're not taking full accountability for your life and you're saying it's something outside of you is the reason, that's the idol. When you say you're rich because of money, you made money have power, as opposed to knowing that you created the money and the money is only there because of you. And here's the thing, I say it all the time. I tell you who God is. I say it all the time. What do I say? The creative power in man is what? Let's finish the sentence. I say this all the time. The creative power in man is what? That's it, Joy. That was it too, Mia. But I say that the creative power in man is the mind. That's God. Your imagination. That which we call consciousness. So, when you're telling a child who God is, what you gonna tell them? His mind. It's your mind that's creating your reality. It's the thoughts you're thinking. So what are you thinking about? 7-year-old, 8-year-old? They know what a mind is. They know what that means to think, right? A child knows what it means to think, to use their mind, because they're told that all the time in school. Use your mind, use your mind. Put on your thinking caps, right? Put on your thinking caps. Think, right? Exactly. Because it is your mind that creates. That's the only power. Because nothing happens outside of thought. Right? God said, but God had to think it before he spoke it. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And then the Word became flesh. So it's first a thought, the logos, the word, the thought, the intention, the meaning. So when you want to tell a child who God is, you tell them it's their mind. Because the mind is eternal. That's infinite. That's spirit. That's energy. That's the power. That's consciousness. That's the imagination. Peace and blessings. Because when we say that I am God, we're not talking about the body, right? We're not talking about the physical representation of the soul. The body is a physical manifestation of the soul. It's a representation of it's an embodiment of the soul. You're embodying your beliefs. This is a body that's made up beliefs. Hey, April. And so the law of life is what? The law of belief, the law of assumption. Whatever you assume to be true will be true for you. It's what you think about life. It ain't what nobody else think about it. It's what you think about it. What do you think about life? How do you perceive life? What do you want? What do you expect? And can you remain faithful to it? Too many of us don't remain faithful enough to even realize our desires. You say, how do you change them? What you mean, beliefs? Is that what you're asking? How do I change beliefs? Is that the question, that girl? When you say them, you're talking about beliefs? Say them kids down south here in Louisiana ask a lot of questions. Uh, beliefs are habitual thoughts, right? That's what Abraham Hicks reminded us, right? A belief is just a thought you continue to think. So what do you got to do? How do you change a belief? Stop thinking it. Think something else and make it a habit. Make it a habit. Make it a habit of thinking that way. Keep thinking that way. And you keep thinking that way. And then you keep thinking that way, and then it becomes a belief. Because you keep thinking that way. Hey, real estate Nick. Hey, A-Town, what's happening? Yeah, you impress the subconscious mind through what? Repetition. Through repetition. That's that part, that girl. That part. That's it. You already got the power. You just need to what? Accept it. It's not something you have to manifest. You are the power. You are the operant power. You just have to use it. Just use the power. Purposefully, intentionally, knowingly. Right. The messenger 8. And the quickest way to impress the subconscious is at night or whenever you go to bed, falling to sleep in that state. Because the conscious mind, that logical mind, that reasoning mind, we call it the conscious mind, but really the Bible calls it the carnal mind, the lower nature. It's no longer, can really fight you on it because it's like sleepy. It's like ready to, take a nap. It's ready to go rest. And so that's when you choose, okay, I'm going to bed. I really ain't got the energy to argue with myself. So I'm going to impress right now as I drift off to sleep and tell the subconscious what I needed to work on, because that's the part of us that never sleeps, right? The subconscious mind never sleeps. It's always aware. So that's where we go off to the what we call the dream state, and we go into start having all these dreams, experiencing all these things. And a lot of times your subconscious will speak to you and show you things that are to come. It's just about being aware and being tapped in. And a lot of us just aren't aware. That's it. And I'm not even going to say I'm super aware in my sleep, in my dream state, but that's what I'm proclaiming for myself, to be more aware while I'm in the sleep state. Yep, it's like a muscle. You have to train it. Yep. Therein lies my problem, accepting. So falling asleep is how I accept. And continuing to practice it. Being aware during the day as well, right? So when you're thinking of whatever it is you're desiring to express, what are your thoughts? What is your inner conversation? What are you saying to yourself? What are you saying to others? See, here's the thing. This is how you know where you are consciously. It's when you're having the conversations about whatever, whether it's about finances, whether it's about relationship, whether it's about health. When you're having that conversation with another and you really ain't thinking about it, it ain't the forefront of your mind, but you just start talking. Pay attention to what you're saying, because that tells you what you really believe. And then when you get home, you think about that conversation. Does it align with what you desire? Because if your conversation that you're having with another does not align with and because that's natural, like you're just naturally talking, you're just talking, yeah. Like if your natural conversation in alignment with what you want to manifest, or does it oppose it? because now you're double-minded, and that's a lot of reason why you don't get to experience what you want, because you talk two different ways. You may take an hour, whatever, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, however long you spend in your quiet time, in your meditation, and you're intending whatever it is you're desiring, and then you go about your day. And then when you go about your day, what is your conversation? What are you talking about? What thoughts are coming up? Pay attention to it. And the key to this, please don't judge it. Don't judge it. Just pay attention. Just be aware. And if it's not in alignment with what you're desiring, then that's when you need to just change it. Revise it. Yes, I'm very careful of what I leave my TV on when yes. I either have my TV on, white noise, or Miss Toyia. Oh, okay, Mia. Let's realize this manifesting is a lifestyle, the way of life. It's not a SP quick vibe, right? Here's the thing with that, A-Town, right? It's only everybody don't want to be transformed, right? And there's no condemnation in that. You can get the stuff, but I'm telling you, if you get the stuff and you really haven't changed, you're going to be coming back. Like, yeah, I thought that was going to make me happy. I finally got the money. I finally got the SP. I finally got but there's still no peace. There's still no joy. There's still, you're not at ease. Then you realize that stuff don't make you happy. Stuff makes life interesting. Stuff makes life comfortable. I'm not saying you won't be comfortable with stuff, but it doesn't bring joy. It doesn't bring peace. It just brings, a comfortable lifestyle. And some people only want a comfortable lifestyle. And that's okay. There's no judgment in that. It's okay to just want the comfortable lifestyle. There's nothing wrong with that. Say thank you for constantly reminding us not to judge it, because sometimes I'm only my judge, Judy. I used to watch that too. I used to watch People's Court Judge Judy. I used to watch that. Hello, buddy mama. Hello. Hi. The fastest way to manifest, believe you already have it. Say, I keep touching the success but can't keep it because I need to fully change within. Yep. Because when you focus on being different, then that's why scripture says, right? To seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all of his righteousness, then all the things are added. So you want to be the person that has the thing, and then the thing will appear. You want to know you're already abundant without needing the money to make you abundant, right? You want to know that you're loved without needing a partner to confirm that you're loved, that you're wanted, right? You need to know that you have a healthy body, even though you have symptoms that would say otherwise. You need to know that. Hey, Connie. Yep, the messenger 8. Yep. What do you mean by the full completion of change? Because here's the thing. There's nothing to fix. There's only to know. There's only acceptance. Like, you really need to accept, gee, there's nothing wrong with you. You're already complete. You're already whole. But because you think it's something you need to work on, you're chasing it, as opposed to something you need to realize and accepting it. But you think it's something wrong with you. So you think it's something you got to work on. You think it's something you have to overcome. And I'm telling you, God ain't no overcomer. God is a knower. God ain't overcoming nothing. God is. Love is. You are. I am. I am. I am that I am. I ain't trying to become nothing. I ain't trying to overcome nothing. I need to recognize who I am. That part, Connie. That part. Yep. That's what I want us to remember. We don't need to fix anything about us. I know we were told all our life, you ain't enough, you unworthy, you're a sinner, you're whatever terminology we had throughout our life that we just didn't, meet the standard. That's all we were told over and over and over again. However, that isn't what scripture says. That isn't what scripture says. Even though that's how it was interpreted for us, that's not what scripture says. For those of us who have a religious background, I know everyone doesn't have the religious background, but our society has made us believe that somehow we just aren't enough just where we are. Well, Connie, that's what you'll experience then. Why would you accept that limitation? Why would you accept that limitation? So what does being an empath mean? I don't understand that concept. What does being an empath mean? I only know being I am everything and everything is I am. So what does being an empath mean? It sounds like a limiting label that we place upon ourselves because we don't want to be responsible and accountable for our thoughts. So what's an empath? Because most of the time when I hear people talk about empaths, most empaths are always talking about how they can feel energy, and the energy is always in their mind negative. They can feel energy, but the energy they always seem to be aware of is energy that don't feel so good. The energy that's like from a negative space. I don't understand that. Like what? You only can tell when something's wrong. But remember, I remind everyone here, there is no right or wrong. There is no good or bad. Only you thinking it makes it so. Reframe would be removing the thought that it's a reality. Yeah. Life is all perspective. It truly is. And if you perceive a thing to only be a certain way, then that's how you're going to experience it. Hello, Kim Vega. But you can change it, and this is how you change it, Kim Vega. Stop judging it. Stop judging your thoughts. Who told you that your thoughts were negative? Your thoughts are habitual. Your thoughts had you experiencing some things that you don't necessarily want to experience anymore. Okay. So now you can decide not to think that way. It's a decision. right? You can decide not to say that they're negative anymore. You can say they're habitual. You just been thinking this way for a very long time. So now you want to think a different way because you realize that your thoughts that you've been thinking for a very long time is the reason why you're experiencing life this way. So you want to experience life a different way. You have to create new thoughts of habit, right? Because those new thoughts of habit become your new beliefs. Ooh, intrusive. Can anything really be intrusive if it's the law of attraction, Connie? Can anything really be intrusive if it's the law of attraction? There's no such thing as an intrusive thought. They're there for a reason, and they're there out of habit. That's the only reason they're there, because you're habitually been thinking that way. And if you habitually think a different way, you won't be habitually thinking that way. I have to check and be aware of what I'm aware of. Yep. Hey, Big D. Hey. You up in here? Up in here. I know this spiritual community, we get some trending words and we grab them and we hold on to them like a dog with a bone, and they do not serve us. They do not serve us. The intrusive thought, the triggering thought, the downward spiral, the low toxic, the toxic energy, the low vibration, the energy vampires. Those terms psychosis, that's the new one. Narcissistic, that's another one. Do you know that you are creating that reality by grasping onto those terms? Because you're the only thinker in your reality, thus the only creator. Because you are the producer, the author, the director, and the star in your world. And I know we want to make excuses for having stinking thinking. We got stinking thinking. We lazy. We are lazy with our thoughts. And so instead of being accountable for them, instead of choosing the way we want to think, we want to say, ooh, I had a bad day. Ooh, I was triggered. Ooh, the psychosis thing is like, really? Like, really? Like, I'd be like astonished at some of these words we come up with. Why would you want to label yourself or anyone else as having some type of mental ailment? Like, what? I am is everything, and everything is I am. And whatever you attach to I am, you're attaching, because whatever you're thinking about another, you're actually creating in your world. Because what you want someone else to tell you, you're psychotic. Would you want somebody else to think that you're psychotic? Or that you're a narcissist? Like, we're not using our minds lovingly on behalf of another. Right, Connie, reactive thoughts. The doctor diagnosed me with that before, but really I was just accepting my power. Don't accept, anything out in the world. You don't have to accept nobody else's diagnosis of anything. We just have to be so careful, be so mindful of what we're speaking into our reality. Like, we can't, now that you've awakened to the truth of your being, you're supposed to be claiming the abundant life. You're supposed to be claiming that your life is full of joy now. You're supposed to be letting go of the past, not using it as a crutch to not have a good life. Supposed to have a good life. Life should be light and easy. Because even though I don't listen to Abraham Hicks as much, as much as I used to, right? She was the first person that I listened to. I listened to her for about a good 2 years on my journey. And that's all she tells people that come to see her. Lighten up. Stop taking life so seriously. I get it. You took it seriously because you didn't understand the law of mind. But now you understand the law of mind. Now you understand that this world is all a play. It's all an illusion. We're just here for an experience. We came to experience physicality. And now we get to dictate that reality. And we're supposed to have fun while we're doing it. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun. I get it when you don't know who you are and you didn't understand the law of mind. I get it. We did a lot of stuff in ignorance, right? We were unknowing. We had no knowledge of how the mind worked. But now you're rediscovering self. Yeah, the more you tell it, the more you believe we got this. Yes. Yes, yes. I have a couple of her books too, The Messenger 8. Right. She's constantly reminding you to lighten the hell up. To learn how to stop trying to do too much. We do too much. We do way too much. Because we think we're human doings when we're spiritual beings. But we think we're human doings. We're always trying to figure out how to do it. When it's already been done for you. You're supposed to just imagine you already have it and then allow it to show up. That's what we're supposed to do. Supposed to create with the mind. Use the mind. That's why you're reminded to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. It's your mind that needs to be renewed. Not a judgment, the messenger 8. Not a judge. You said the fact that she gets paid in capital letters to say the same thing a million ways is crazy. It's her reality. It's her reality. And people want it that way. People want it that way. Yep. We were spirit first. We were spirit first. And it's okay. It's okay. It's infinite realities, right? And we just can't see, not really here to judge another person's experience and what they create for themselves, right? But she's giving you the key to believe in you. But we just are on this path of distrusting ourselves. And we need to get on a path of trusting ourselves. Trusting ourselves. But I ain't no Abraham Hicks, so I ain't charging for nothing. Ain't charging for nothing. I'm just here to I'm just your reflection, just here to remind you. You got this. Just believe in you. Just trust you. Spend more time with you. Less time with trying to hear what others have to say and spend time with you and find out what it is that you really want in this world. Not what the world says you should have, but what you really want. And it doesn't matter what it is. Just decide what you really want. Right, Elizabeth? It most certainly does. And people ain't ready for that. People not ready for that. That's the whole thing. It's about accountability. Are you ready? Are you ready to be accountable? Take full accountability. It's freeing though when you really to truly accept that you are the reason why your life is the way it is. And because when you realize that you're the reason, you can change it. But when you expect others, when you put your hands in put your life in the hands of someone else, now you're at their beck and call. You're at their mercy, and they get to do whatever they want to do because you trust them more than you trust you. I'm just here to remind you how to trust you, not to trust me. Nope, trust you. I hope you accept what I'm saying, which means I expect you to try it, not to just take me at, oh, she sound real good. She sound like she knows what she's talking about. But I want you to try it. Like, really apply the law of mind. Really decide to think differently about your life and be persistent in it. Because it's as simple as the things that you've done in your life. A lot of it wasn't as hard as you think because you decided to do it. It really wasn't hard because you decided to do it, right? You decided if you learn to drive a car, you decided to do that. If you play any type of musical instruments, right? Learn to ride a bike, dance. You decided to learn those things and you persisted and trained yourself and practiced till you got really good until it became what? Second nature. And it's because you wanted to do it. Or some of us might have been instructed to do it by our parents, but you still practiced it until what? You perfected it or you got really good at it and then it became a part of you. It's the same thing with transforming the mind. You have to want to do it. See, if you're doing it out of effort and work and strain and struggle, that's why you're having resistance. Because you're thinking that it's something you have to do as opposed to something that you're choosing to do. So are you choosing it or are you doing it because, well, this is what everybody else said and this is how they said it should go, so I'm going to do it because everybody else saying it? Then that isn't a true desire of yours. Because you're only doing it because that's because you're trying to conform to what everybody else got going on. So you need to sit down with yourself and find out what is it that you really want. Because when you decide what it is you really want, there won't be no effort. It will be the effortless way. Yeah, and saying people like to play the blame game, so it's everyone else's fault. Yep. So when it's something you want to do, it's effortless. Ain't no convincing. Ain't nobody got to try to persuade you to do it. Ain't nobody got to try to... No, anything that's something you want to do, even if you spend a lot of hours doing it, it's like the most joyful thing ever because it's something that is your passion. Something nobody got to twist your arm about or convince you of. If you got to be convinced to do something, do you really want to do it? Did somebody here to try to persuade you to get you to do it? No, that's when it becomes a chore. And you thinking, well, I'm going to do it just because, so-and-so said they made money that way, so let me try to make money that way. So-and-so said they did it this way, so let me try to do it that way. But what do you say? What do you say? What is it that you want to do? That's what you need to be asking yourself. What is it that you want to do? Because we all get caught up on, the grass is greener on the other side. Well, you can always revise it, the messenger. You can always revise it if you desire for it to be different. If you desire for it to be different, and the quickest way to manifest the SP is to love you. When you put your whole focus, your energy into you loving you, the SP shows up. It could be the ex, it could be someone new. But when you put the focus on you, they show up. You won't have to chase. They will be attracted to you. Say that's because they have better shit, right? But that's a judgment, right, Elizabeth? That's a judgment. Who said it's better? Oh, let's unpack that, G. Let's unpack that. You say I only want to do it because it's universal law. It's the only way that works. It is a chore. Really? So you're interesting. I want you to, because I think a lot of people probably feel that like you do. That it's that this life is a struggle. It's a chore. It's hard work. So do you feel like you're forcing things to make things happen? I hear you, Elizabeth. Facts. I was minding my business, play thing, The Sims, and he called. Yup. There you go, that girl. You said, I didn't wake up and say, let me imagine my life to make sure it goes a certain way. And yes to your question. But you agree you are always imagining your life to be a certain way. What I know, when you're doing something because you think you have to, that's the chore. So it's something in your life you're doing, not from freedom, but because you think you have to. You think you should. Because you really think that if you did something differently, then how would life really be? Like, what if I didn't do the thing I was told I had to do? What if I did the thing that I truly wanted to do? Say, now that I know that's what I was doing unintentionally, yes. So now we have to be honest with ourselves, right, G? You have to be truly honest with yourself. Are you doing the things you're doing because you think that's what's expected of you, because you were told this was the only way, and if you don't do it, then how do you expect to be taken care of? Like, be honest with that. Like, and not necessarily you have to be honest with us here in this chat. I'm talking about be honest with yourself. Like, truly be honest with yourself. I'm not telling you got to be honest with me. I'm saying be honest with you. Because you cannot answer the question. But I do want you to sit with that. That, are you doing things because you think if I didn't do this, then something ain't gonna go right for me? That I'm doing it because this is the only way I know. And if I did what I really wanted to do, I don't have faith that I'd be okay. Because that's fear. And a lot of people operate that way because we've been trained, programmed, indoctrinated into that belief. That I must do this if I want my life to be right. Yep, fear. Because we got to be willing to trust ourselves that now unto him that is able to keep you from falling and present you faultless. before him with exceeding joy. So I'm just grateful for my new motorcycle, money in my bank account, and somewhere to lay my head. Bam! Yes! I don't know what the kiss was for. Wow! Yes! Wow! Turn my volume up. Yes! Beautiful. Okay, G. I get it. I get it. I get that. I get that. That's why it's so important that you forgive yourself, which means give yourself grace, give yourself love, give yourself compassion, no longer judging yourself for past experiences. Regardless of the people who were involved in it, truly seeing it from a different perspective, seeing it from, they had absolutely no idea what they were doing, and neither did I. I had no idea what I was doing, and they didn't have no idea what they were doing. And so how am I going to judge my past experiences on this present moment? You really do have the choice to just love on you just the way you are and not be defined by experiences. That's what you're here for, to have experiences. And it's how you choose to perceive those experiences will free you. And I'm telling you, choose option A, to not judge them, to not beat yourself up, to let go of the guilt and the shame and the regret and the remorse. It will free you. But you have to choose that. You're going to have to choose that. I believe as God. Tadoff. It's crazy because the experience already happened and I realized I'm the only one, ruminating on it. That's why it's so important to just, when we say let it go, we're saying why being held hostage to the past? Why we keep allowing the past to be our present? You're imprisoning yourself. You're imprisoned by your past experiences, and that's not the intention of life. Yep. You're God having a human experience. Yep. You're God having a human experience. Yep. You're God having a human experience. Yes, I realized, Tadoff, that the creative power in man is the mind, which scripture calls God. The Bible is a personification of the mind of man. The Bible, well, not God in the Bible, is the personification of the mind of man. Hey, Cynthia. And hey, Superconscious. Yep, what you are aware of must exist. Where all things exist, but once you take your attention away from it, it no longer exists for you. Once you stop giving it your attention. But it does take courage. Yes, hey, you back. It does take courage to see yourself as whole and complete and as love and not being defined by what happened and when you were a child or in your young adulthood or 5 years ago or 2 years ago or 6 months ago, to truly just see them as these things happened in my life because I had no knowledge of self. I had no knowledge of who I am. That's why those things happened. But now I have knowledge of who I am. Now I know who I am. And I don't have to be defined by that anymore. Hey, Kim Vega. You got to choose it every day, Kim Vega. You got to choose it. And you have to let go of the judgment and calling it positive. How do you think right about yourself? How do you see yourself? What do you think of yourself? Think of yourself as God. And see, God is described as love. God is love. God is light. And in him there is no darkness at all. The all-knowing presence indwells the human body when actually the soul has a body. The soul has a body. Your body is a compilation of your belief system, what you believe to be true about you. That's what you're composed of. Transform those experiences as $1 million deposits. You are wealthy. Knowledge of self is invaluable. Yes. Yep, I light everyone up everywhere I go because they are all me. That's the thing that will set you free, right? Super conscious is when you recognize all of the things you experience, however you want to categorize them, as loving or traumatic or hurtful or serene, however you want it, that it's all, everyone is you. Everyone literally is you pushed out. Everyone is I am. Everyone. Everyone. Yep. Oh, yes. Yep. I count my smiles and hellos of the day. That's my currency. Yes. Yes. And then my wealth flows easily. There you go. Say, watch near-death experiences on YouTube. We judge ourselves on the other side. Judge ourselves how, Big D? What do you mean by judge ourselves? Why are we judging ourselves? For what purpose would it be to judge ourselves after we've transitioned out of this realm, transitioned out of this body? What is there to judge? Consciousness judges nothing. The carnal mind does. Consciousness is not judging anything. The carnal mind is judging. You keep eating off that tree of knowledge of good and evil. You keep saying something right or wrong. But consciousness, the I am, said all I created is good. There's only God. Good and God are synonymous. So when it says the I am, God said all I created is good, it's saying all I created is God. Everything is created out of one cause substance. Everything is created out of itself. How'd you find this? So is the LOA for an SP just me telling myself like, oh, I'm so glad that we are dating, or I'm so thankful? It's, oh, I'm loving on me. I have a great self-concept. I know who I am. And then the SP shows up. Interesting. Okay. Yep, yep. And you can make something good when you label it that to change it. Yep. You're welcome. Because when you recognize you are the thing that you're looking for, it shows up. That's how it happens. You have to already see yourself as being in the relationship, and by having a relationship with self, putting the attention on you and not making it about them. And when you make it about you, they show up. But that's with anything. Hello, Heatherland. Everything is about what you think about you. Your whole life is based on what you think about you. Thank you. Thank you. It's never about what anyone else thinks about you. The only way someone outside of you, which there is no one outside of you, but the only way someone else can have power over you is you have to give it to them. You have to believe what they're saying. You have to accept what they're saying. That's the only way they can make a difference. You have to accept it. But you always got a choice. You can reject that which does not serve you. Stop being defined by someone else's opinion. But really, there is no one else's opinion. They're really just reflecting back to you your own beliefs. You already don't think highly of yourself. And so they're just going to confirm to you that you don't already think highly of yourself. That's why we're reminded by Neville Goddard, there's no one to change but self. We're so busy trying to change others, but if you just change your thoughts about them, then they change. Because you wouldn't be changing them, you'd be changing your thoughts about them. Yes, yes, yes. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yep. Do you know that you are all there is in your reality? You are all there is in your reality. Everyone in your reality, in your world, is showing up in your world based on the script you are writing. And how are you writing that script? Your thoughts are writing the script. Your thoughts becomes beliefs, and then your beliefs become behaviors. And they show up as the people, places, things, and ideas. All right, all right. Have a great one, Big D. Yes, yes. Great, great. His name is Harvest. Yes. Loving it. As you should. Every day. Choose. Choose happiness. Choose joy. Choose peace. Choose love. I set before you life and death, good and evil. Choose life, that you and your seed, what is the seed? Your desire may live, may flourish. Every moment you have a choice. What are you choosing? Choose you this day, this moment, this now. This moment right now, choose now, right now, who you are going to serve. Who are you going to serve? You should be serving your good. That's the choice. Because there's only good. There's only God. Yes, yes. Say deny, choose, be. Who are you choosing to be? Because when you choose one, you automatically deny the other. You can't occupy two states at one time. The moment you give your attention to one, you're automatically denying the attention to the other. It's automatic. So just decide, number one, what you want. Number two, give thanks for it. Number three, persist in that belief. Have faith. Number four, do nothing to make it so. Why? Because it already is. This is the 4 simple steps found in scripture. Therefore, I say unto you, whatsoever things you desire. 1, when you pray. 2, believe you have received it. 3, and 4, you shall have it. You might get it. You probably will. No, you shall. You will get it. Do nothing. Be still. Just know. That's the formula. That's the recipe. The recipe for life. It's found in my ebooks for free in the link tree in my bio. The recipe for life. 30-day transformation journey. Daily diamond gems. Book of affirmations and scriptures. And the affirmations are not to make a thing so. Affirmations because it's the state which already is so. You're not making anything happen. You're just calling forth that which you cannot see to be seen. That's it. The thing you desire already exists. It's already there. The only reason why you can't see it is because you don't believe you already have it. I am that I am, the one who has all my desires and more now. Yes. Hey, Lady D. Hey, G, you're saying when the state has become permanent. It already is. You just have to accept it. You know that you have it when you stop questioning if you have it. The questioning about it, you having it, goes away. Yep, instantaneous. It's a right now thing. It already is. You just have to accept it. It's not becoming, it's being. It's being, not becoming. God is. God isn't becoming anything. God is. I am. Oh, Link, you said, does gratitude for small bring you your biggest desire, love? Love isn't something that's brought to you. Love is what you are. Things come to you. Love is. Love is not a thing. Love is who you are. So in order to experience the love you desire, recognize you already are it. You are love. Just accept that you're love. How do I accept that I love, that I'm love? I use 1 Corinthians 13th chapter, the 4th through the 8th verse. Love is patient. It perseveres. Love is kind. It's generous. It's giving. Love is not puffed up, does not seek its own. Love is not easily offended, easily angered. Love keeps no records of wrong. Yeah, love hopes all things. Love believes all things. Love endures all things. Love protects all things. Love never fails. Right. I know what you're saying, Link. I know exactly what you're saying. The way you get the love that the loving partner, you have to love you. Then the loving partner comes. You have to know that you're love. Accept that you're love. It's 1 Corinthians, the 13th chapter, 4th through the 8th verse. So if in the past I became questioning it, that's falling from grace, and I should persist. Don't judge it. No, you're not falling from grace. You're just out of habit. You're doing what you would normally do. Just choose differently, but don't judge it. Just say, oh, I used to think that way. I choose not to think that way anymore. It's really just as simple as that. We just have to stop trying to complicate it. And how do you take away the complication? Stop judging it. Stop seeing it as something wrong and just see it as something that was habitual. Nope. Allow means be still, do nothing. What are we letting go of, Gotti? Do you think indifference is also a good approach? I heard indifference brings what you want. Yes, indifference, because you're not judging it. Right, exactly. That's exactly what I just said, right? Stop judging it, be indifferent to it, same thing. Exactly. Exactly, G. Because here's the thing. When you're asleep and you don't know who you are, you're experiencing duality, right? You're experiencing the law of opposites, polarity. But when you come into the awakened state, the awakened mind, the Christ consciousness, you transcend the dual nature. And now you recognize that everything is God. There is no separateness. There's only unity. There's only oneness. There's only God. There's only good. There's only you. Nobody else. It's only you. Everyone else is just a projection of you. Everyone you see is you. You see you everywhere you go. So if you're seeing somebody that's low vibration, you're saying you're low vibration. If you're seeing someone that's happy, you're saying you're happy. If you're seeing someone that's hateful, you're saying you're hateful. If you're seeing someone that's loving, you're saying you're loving. Because you can only see that which you identify with. It's your perspective about life that you see, no one else's. Because you're the only thinker. Thus, you're the only what? Creator, manifester. You're the only magnet. You're the only one drawing these things into you, right? No one can come to you unless your consciousness, which is God, draws it. The Father brings it to you. You don't have to ask for grace. Is grace something that you earn or something that is given freely? And who are you asking grace from? Who are you asking for grace? And I know, but you're trying to separate it, Link. You're trying to say that the love from someone else is different from the love of yourself. And it's not. Because you love you, your partner will know how to love you because you love you. So your partner is going to automatically love you because you love you. So love you. And then you'll draw love to you, right? Law of attraction. You're attracting love to you because you are love and you recognize it. Yep, your perspective is the only one you experience. You are God. Hey, Joe Roberts. Hey. Yep, it's a one-player game. Hey. Hey, Miss G24. Hey. That's how I'm going to say it. I don't know if that's how you meant it, but that's how I'm going to say it. Because I know last time I was saying MISG. I'm like, maybe that's maybe that's Miss G24. Maybe that's what that's supposed to say, but I don't know. Okay. I'm like, that's too many syllables. MISG20. I'm like, maybe that's not what that means. Yep. Everyone is experiencing a different world. It's a different world than where you come from. It's a different world than where you come from. Everyone is experiencing a different world because everyone is perceiving reality differently. Oh, thank you, Joe. Say, what are we discussing tonight? We're talking about the law of assumption, the effortless way. We're making it difficult, but it's supposed to be easy. We're supposed to see life as a surrender and not life as a struggle. And these are the tools we are given to help us with that. The tools are forgiveness and repentance. Forgiveness is twofold. Forgive literally means to forget. And it also means to give forth that which you would like to receive. Because what you sow, you also reap. You will always produce an identical harvest. So if you want to see compassion, guess what you have to be? Compassionate. You want to see love? Guess what you have to be? Love. You want to see kindness? Guess what you have to be? See how that works? You have to be that what you want to see in your world. Whatever you're desiring, your mind is a beautiful garden. Stop making it a battlefield. Love is not a battlefield. It's not. Love is not a struggle. It's not a strain. Your mind is a beautiful garden, and you get to decide what you're going to plant in that garden. So what seeds are we planting? Abundance, love, peace, joy, prosperity, success. Or are we planting doubt, fear, anxiety, depression, illness? Now we got to uproot those weeds that we've sown. That was of fear and doubt and limitation and anxiety and depression. We got to uproot those, right? And how do we uproot those? How do we uproot the seeds that we planted that's not to our liking? We repent. We change our thoughts. That's how we plant new seeds, through repentance. We have a radical change of mind. Because the seed is the thought, right? The seed is a thought. That's your currency, your thoughts. So we're sowing seeds of abundance. So when we talk about money, how do we talk about it? Because we're sowing seeds of abundance. But how do we talk about money? Are we really, tilling the ground for, planting that seed on fertile soil? And we're allowing the rain and the sunshine to help it to grow. Because how are we talking about abundance? How are we talking about money? We say we rich, but how do we talk about wealth? What is our conversation when we talking to our family and they get to talking about the economy and what's going on with the world? Do we engage in that conversation like, yeah, you right. Eggs is something else. Oh my goodness, you right. That gas prices. Yeah, you right. I can't believe the property taxes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you right. People is struggling out here. People struggling. Is that how you talking? Oh, so we're not sowing seeds of abundance. We sowing seeds of lack. We have a lack mindset, lack mentality. Okay. Yep. Change your thoughts and shift your focus. No, we don't engage in that. Exactly. Don't engage in the conversation. Say, I don't really got nothing to say because that ain't my reality. I don't got nothing to say. That's not my reality. That may be reality for some, but that ain't mine. That ain't my reality. Walk away, let them have a conversation. Imagine they talking about something else. Give them something, change the subject. If you can't change the subject, read in your mind, change the subject, and walk away. Let them have it. Don't try to convince them of something they ain't trying to hear, because that's not edifying to the hearer. That ain't building nobody up. Now we just arguing about what's going on, what's in their reality versus what's in your reality. That's not helpful. Say, I'm not them people. Hey, becoming that girl. Right. I have no thoughts about that. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's how you have to be. You have to. But Joe, what you want to be careful of is calling it negative. It's not negative. It's just their perspective. That's their reality. But it's, let them, we really have to be careful that we don't judge a thing. That we don't judge a thing. We just say that's their perspective because that's what they're experiencing. They're creating it. And all I can do is what? Use my imagination lovingly on behalf of another, says Neville Goddard, right? The best thing you can do for someone else is to use your imagination, use your God power, use the operant power within you. The creative power in man is the mind. Use it lovingly on behalf of another. See them at their highest ideal. Only if you say it is, beautiful one. That's your reality. If you think it's hard, then it's going to be hard for you. It don't have to be. Because we have to understand, we didn't come here to save the world. You know what happens to those that they call saviors? They become martyrs. People don't want you to save them. People want you to show them how to make their lives better. They don't want you to save them. They want you to empower them. People want to be empowered. They don't want to be saved. They want to know that they can do it, that they have the power to transform their life. So when you try to start saving people, as soon as you try to make them think you're their source, and as soon as you don't do things the way they want you to do it, what they gonna do? They gonna slay you. All you gotta do is look throughout history. Everybody they said was a savior got slayed. Those who tried to save the world. Stop trying to save people and empower them to greatness. The world don't need saving. They just need to be awakened. And you don't have no power to awake nobody. Everybody awakes on their own time clock, as someone said. Everybody wakes up on their own time. Everybody had their own alarm clock, and they wake when it's time for them to awake. You just be the light. You just be the example. And those who are supposed to come as a result of you shining your light so bright will come to you. And you will be their example. And you will tell them this is how you empower yourself. You got to change the way you think about life. Because when you change the way you think about life, your life changes. Yes, Jonathan. Yes. Oh, you said what's my favorite? I don't know if I have a favorite, but I love the power of awareness. I love seed time and harvest. I love your faith is your fortune. The search. I mean, I just like Neville Goddard's teachings. I just resonate with them. He's my mentor. That's why I tell everybody he's my mentor. So through YouTube, I first saw a law of attraction video. So I used to watch Abraham Hicks a lot, and then YouTube started recommending Neville, and that's how I came to know Neville. I was getting recommended, but clearly I drew him to me, right? Because I was still questioning about scripture. I always wanted to know what scripture really meant, and so he came right when I was ready to receive it. And so all you newbies in here, I do have a Facebook group called Prosperous Living with Toyia. The link is in the bio. We're starting a book club. And one of the, we have a poll for books that we're going to start the book club. The book club will start February 1st. And I think right now, Neville Goddard's 5 lessons is leading in the polls. So if you decided you want to be a part of the Facebook group and be a part of our book club, hit the link in the bio. Come join the Facebook group, and then I'll invite you to the private chat that we'll have. And as far as so we'll start February 1st with the book club. We'll take a couple of days to read lesson 1. Or as you're reading lesson 1, you can ask questions and we'll all discuss and give our little, as they say, 2 cents about what we're reading. And we'll read it for a week. So we're starting Saturday the 1st. We'll end the first lesson on that Friday. And then the second Saturday, which will be what? The 7th? What will be? Is that the 7th or the 8th? Next Saturday. Then we'll start. So every Saturday we'll start a new lesson. It's 5 lessons. And so, let me see. Yeah, so that's the 8th. So the 1st, the 8th, the 15th, the 22nd, and March 1st. I think that's 5 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, so we got 5 weeks for 5 lessons. So February 1st, we're going to, because I'm just claiming that we're doing Neville Goddard's 5 lessons. I know there's other books to vote on. So, yeah, February 1st. And then as you're reading, just don't skip ahead. Don't be like, oh, I read ahead and I'm on lesson 3 and I got some questions. Nope. Wait till we're in that week and then ask your questions regarding that lesson. Stay true to where we're going to be. So February 1st is lesson 1. February 8th, lesson 2. February 15th, lesson 3. February 22nd, lesson 4. And then March 1st will be lesson 5. We'll be, and we'll carry that all the way up until the 7th or the 8th. So I think it should be really, really good. Really, really excited about the Facebook group and our Manifesting Tips private chat. Hey, Lola. Yes. Hello, Afro Queen. Say thank you, love. With all that is happening, must stay away and walk in love. I pray for. Yes. Continue to just think loving thoughts, but think thoughts that are pure and loving and kind, and know that all is well. Know that all things work together for your good. Manifestations by Neville Goddard. Amazing book. Yes, Joe. Yep. I'm just not getting into Neville. I've listened a few videos as I drive to work. Oh, yes. Say, OMG, I wrote in here earlier that I am grateful for my 5,000 bonus. Tell me why my boss gave me my, bonus info that I wasn't expecting until Friday. And my bonus, ooh, yes. All right. Come on through up in here. I remember you. I remember that. Yes. I do remember that. No, we have a link on the page, Miss G. It's a PDF version on the internet that you can download. The link is on the Facebook group main page. Yep. Say yes, thank you. Yes, in the bio. Yep. Yes, welcome, Keisha. Welcome. Yes. Oh, thank you, Alicia. I'm just your reflection. Yes. We're about to have a wonderful time, y'all. This is so exciting. Yes. We're going to grow and expand together. We get to ask the questions. You get to post your favorite videos, inspirational videos, inspirational quotes, favorite book that you like, that you think will be a good read for, manifesting tips, success stories, of course, success, and any questions you may have, any questions, It's a safe space, safe place to be. Come on. We're going to help each other. We all in this together. We just want to see everybody be great. People just want to just live, just want to have a good life. People just want to have a good life. People just want to be free. People just want to be happy. And I know that. People just want to be free and people just want to be happy. So we're going to be free and happy together. Because it's a truth that makes you free. It frees you. It does. Because we have to understand the effortless way. Hey, Universal Muse, go to my the link in my bio, the Facebook link, Prosperous Living with Toyia. And once you join in the group, I'll send you an invite to the chat where we'll be discussing, that's where the book club is taking place, within the private chat. Even though the Facebook group is also private as well. So the Facebook group is private, and then we have the private chat as well. So it's a group within a group. No, I haven't. Super Conscious. Is that by Walter C. Lanyon? Yes, I am too, Universal Muse. I am too. Hey, Eddie P. I believe your conversation is your affirmation. You can affirm, you always affirming that what you believe to be true, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. You said, I'll love it. I think I have that book though, because I have a collection of Walter C. Lanyon's books on my Kindle. I just didn't get through them all. I'm just more of a Neville person. I've read a couple of his books before, and I have bought a collection of them. Yep, it's called The Spiritual Writings of Walter C. Lanyon. Yep, I have a spiritual. Yep. Whoops, can you see that? The spiritual. I hate this back. When you have a background up here, you really can't see. But that's it. Spiritual. And I think that book, the treatment, it may not be on here though. This is the joy bringer, embers that ye might have. 2 a.m. I came unto thee, leaves of the tree, out of the clouds, a lamp unto my feet, a temple not made with hands, the impatient dawn. It's a lot of books, but it don't look like the treatment is on here, but I'm trying to just scan through it, but it doesn't look like that book is on here. But it's a lot of the books. Oh, hello. Yes, welcome, 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 everyone. Welcome. Oh, yes, welcome, guys. Welcome. Yes, Abdullah taught it to Neville, Dr. Joseph Murphy. I read more of Neville and Joseph Murphy than I do Walter C. Lanyon. Yep. Yep, I study Neville and Dr. Joseph Murphy more. But yep. So we're so excited to have everyone. Yes, this is going to be awesome. It is so, yes, so excited, so excited, so excited. Yes, yes. Oh, I'm about to go to Sunflower. Good night, good night. I'm about to get up off here too. Have a great night. Have a great night. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Amazing. Yes. Yes. Have a great night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Go to sleep in the state of the wish fulfilled. Go to sleep knowing that the thing you desire, you already have. Go to sleep, sweet dreams, knowing that it's already done. It's already done. Don't have to worry, don't have to stress, don't have to figure nothing out. Just trust. It's already done. It truly is already done. Good night, all.